Hello, welcome back to my playthrough of Dragon Age The Veilguard. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate it. We're going to continue on with the story. We had just spent the last couple of episodes in Arlathan Forest and beyond. Interesting things have been happening. We discovered that the blight is back. It had blighted an entire village. Um, we had rescued, I believe, the mayor who had betrayed the village, who told us, we don't know if we believe him or anything, but he told us that he was being manipulated by dark forces or whatever, maybe the elven gods, maybe the blight, into betraying his fellow villagers to the blight in order to give them power or something like that. I think his whole motivation was gold, was greed, but we saved him regardless. I think that, at least I should mention that. And then we met up again with Morrigan, Lady Morrigan, as she is being called, who, as we remember, is the Witch of the Wilds. We met in Dragon Age Origins, and then again in Inquisition, and she was helping us against Curvius and other stuff too. I don't know what Morrigan's been up to in the meantime, but she is helping us now, and she directed us to back to the ritual site to go find Solas's dagger, and which we did. Apparently, it was being carried off by the Darkspawn, which had somehow mutated the Darkspawn. And when we finally caught up with the Darkspawn, big battle ensued. I died a couple of times. It was ridiculous, but amazing fun too. I really had a lot of fun with this. And after that, somehow our scout Lace Harding, being a dwarf, she had an interaction with the lyrium dagger, and somehow something interesting happened. I don't know what it was, whether it was an old god speaking through her, or she was connecting with the Titans or something like that, but somehow she developed magical powers. And if you are familiar with the lore of Thedas, dwarves infamously cannot do magic. So they're the one race in Thedas that cannot do that. Now, I find that interesting. I really hope that Lace is a one-off, because it's kind of a, I don't know. It would be weird for me if for the dwarves to finally be on par with everything else. But I get it. I get it. They want all the races to be on par with each other, so you could happily play any of them. But yeah, we'll see. Let's see. So now we're here, and we're going to speak with the Dreadwolf. We're find a place to reach out to Solas. So I imagine we have to go find a a therapy couch or something. Anyway, one thing I noticed while I was going over my settings. So I did edit my settings a little bit, so there's no more like vignette. So you don't so it's less dark, it looks like. It's supposedly there to make it more atmospheric, but I didn't feel like it was making it atmospheric. But I think I like this a little bit better. So it's edge to edge clarity there. I did tone down some of the settings a little bit just to keep everything at 60 frames. It wasn't bad before, but there was some obvious dips and everything, so I just wanted to optimize that a little bit. Also, another thing I noticed, let me show you. Okay, so these are my saves. So these are all my saves here. I noticed that the combat preset, somehow I had it on Underdog all this time. I thought I was playing on adventurer mode. No wonder I was having such a difficult time. Not that I was complaining. I was actually enjoying the challenge, but I didn't realize that I was actually on Underdog, which is the second to last hardest difficulty. So there's Adventure, Underdog, and then there's Nightmare. Thank God I wasn't on Nightmare. But for some reason, I don't know when this happened. I must have switched the settings somewhere while I was messing around. I honestly, I don't know. And I honestly thought I was playing on Adventure. That's not a humble brag or anything like that. I was finding it a little bit difficult. But now that I know, I was thinking of changing it. Anyway, I was thinking of just like changing it to Underdog anyway because I was actually enjoying the combat. Um, if you are familiar with my past Dragon Age playthroughs, which are on this channel by the way, go check them out. I have always mentioned that I could not really engage with the combat really. Age Origins, I played on easy just to get through it because I'm sorry, didn't really like it. I like turn-based combat, as in like in Baldur's Gate 3, and I like action combat, and I did not like the blend of the two. So, I know this is how the CRPGs started, but I prefer, if it was going to stay turn-based and strategy like that, I want it to be like completely turn-based. The action and pause was kind of distracting. I didn't like that at all. And I couldn't engage with it. So for the most part, I just played on easy or normal. And same thing with Inquisition. I played on normal. But I did say that I was going to start on normal with this game. And if I felt like it, then I would switch the difficulty settings, which I had the options to do. But somehow along the way, I either did it myself or the game switched it for me. I don't know. It's been fun. So now that I know that, I realize um, it's just not me. I just don't completely suck. And I have been getting through it, albeit with a few more deaths, but maybe I should just be a little bit more careful and less messing around during actual combat. Anyway, let's go around. I do kind of, like this is episode 6. Yes, this is episode 6. I think it's time that I make adjustments to her hair. I kept her in braids because I thought it was... Oh, Varric is still asleep. Okay. Yeah, I kept her in braids because as a warrior and everything, I think she prefers to keep her hair out of the way and practical. But maybe a little bit of time has passed. So I'm not going to change anything else about her. I just want to kind of take a look at the hair options here. Hairstyle and color. I think it's really cool that we get to do this. So this is kind of cute. You know what I like about the long hairs too is that they react with your outfit as well now. Usually in the games that we played before, if you had long hair on a character, it would just do a lot of cutting right through outfits and meshes and everything. And if it wasn't animated well, it would just look awkward and weird. But okay, I can't really pick. So we'll stick with the braids for now. No, actually this one. I like this one actually. This is... Let's go with that. Okay. Back. Accept changes. Oh, I see. I still have to go to the finalize and then summary. Don't have to change your name. Finalize. Yes, that's fine. There we go. We just got new hair. That's all. So, in my mind, you know, she just took a shower. Relaxed. Took the braids out of her hair. Washed it out. You okay, Eric? Anything in the wardrobe that's fun? Oh. I wonder if this is tied to your, yeah, I do wonder if it's tied to your class. We'll stay with this for now. Guard. This will be our default. Actually, I think you could actually just remove it, right? Okay, that's fine. That's what I want. Save. Yes, thank you. Can I do the same thing with everybody else here? Yeah, but they're locked. Okay. Starting. Are your wounds healing a bit better? Neve. Okay. Alright. I think we're good here. Take care of Eric. Now it's time to see Solas and have adventures.
Wait, that room wasn't there before. I don't think.
Well. Creepy. Okay. Let's go talk to everybody first. Starting with workshop. Caretaker's Workshop. Upgrading your equipment at the Caretaker's Workshop will increase an item's statistics. Finding another version of an existing item or purchasing it from a merchant will increase an item's statistics while also unlocking new properties. Pursue both paths to bring out your equipment's full potential. Nice. Empowering the workshop. Collecting mementos out in the world will let you upgrade the Caretaker's Workshop. Upgrading it will increase the number of enchantments on offer and increase the power level of all weapons you could find or purchase while adventuring. Okay, nice. So, say I wanted to upgrade my... this war axe. Progressive story to unlock further upgrades. Nice, okay. How about this? I'm not even looking at what this needs. I probably should pay attention to that. Raider's Cleaver. Oh, I see. Materials. Okay, the materials that you collect. Very good. Velara? I could upgrade this. Camping gear +1. Okay. Upgrade that too. Harding. Old reliable. Common shortbow. And Nev. Snake's Eye. Let's upgrade this. Let's go and upgrade everything. Oh, I don't have any more cloth. It looks like, oh well. Well, good to know. Good to know. Okay, let's, go and see Nev. What she's up to. Hi. Nothing?
Couldn't be one god, it had to be 3.
3. I actually have to rewatch what happened to Harding in the last episode. Something bad happened. Okay, let's go see Harding now.
Toldar, it's a tunnel. Vedun gar velos atredum. But velos atredum is nothing like Isatunal. Isatunal? I remember. After you touched the dagger, the prayer, the proclamation, Isatunal. What exactly are you proclaiming? They don't remember. No one remembers. We don't even know what we lost.
This is an inappropriate time to flirt with her, honestly. Am I interrupting?
You're busy. I shouldn't interrupt.
No, wait, sorry. Please stay. We can talk. About the stone. About Isatunal. Maybe explaining it to someone else will help get my thoughts in order.
So what is it? What does it mean?
Isatunal is an affirmation, a statement of existence, of being. It means I am here. But no, not I. I is singular, but it isn't. We either. We is multiple, but also separate.
What?
Isatunal is the eternal hymn that encompasses all time. All spaces. I am, we are, this and that, here, there, now, and forever.
This isn't helping.
How does this get us anywhere?
Right. I guess it would be like a mage explaining how magic feels to someone who doesn't have it. I'm certain Isatunal describes how we, the dwarves, once were. But none of the books say anything about it. None of the histories are right. If we forgot something so important, what else did we forget?
I don't know.
I'm sorry. I don't expect you to have an answer. Thanks for letting me babble, by the way.
Anytime. That's what I'm here for.
Is it? Is that what you're here for? So awkward. Does that mean we get to go to... We should talk to the dwarves, you know? We could go to Ostagar. You've been there before. Not Ostagar, I'm sorry. Orzammar. Orzammar. Place is still not fixed up, but I don't expect it to be. We just started, really. Okay. Feel like there's still a little bit drifting over here. Okay. Is this open now? Probably not. Oh, it is. Oh. Scribbled note packing list. Very important. Do not forget. 6 changes of clothes. 2, 3, 4 attunement rods. Collected cereals from Tevinter. Spice collection, spicy, 14 jars. Spice collection, dwarf, 8 jars. Spice collection, human, 2 jars. Large and extra pans, good set of pots. Water skin, large, water skin, medium, water, maybe. Fresh blankets, soap person, soap room, soap clothes. Nice. Soft pillow for back, firm pillow for side. Journal for working, journal for personal, extra journal for working, extra journal for personal, pens at least 3, ink, stuffed Hala. Aw, small. No, Ireland has offered to help pack, unsure as to why. Possibly she still feels bad about breakup. Did you break up with Ireland? Okay, let's go here. Oh, hold on. Before I go anywhere, I wanted to go up top a bit. Let's see if anything new happened here. I'm still not exactly sure what those statues did when I moved them to face each other. Just double checking. Says she's an athlete. She has to get her running. Okay. I think we're ready to head into the Fade now. Alright, let's go. Maybe the new room is exactly that. It's Solas wanting to communicate with us. So let's go and do that. Maybe he'll have a little bit of insight of what happened to our child of stone.
Nev, or Harding must have put my pack here.
Oh, this is your room.
Makes sense. Better place to sleep than the infirmary. Guess I can spare a few moments to unpack my things.
Why are we underwater? Oh, this is interesting. Is this underwater or is this just one big ass aquarium? Oh, I love it. Can we put a big sea monster in there? Alright, unpack. Place Varric's shaving mirror, okay.
Varric and his life lessons. I asked him how we were supposed to stop Solas, and he gave me this. Take a long, hard look in it, kid. It'll always show the face of a hero who can get it done.
Oh, nice. Examine options related to scars. Choosing one will conclude the conversation. Examine options related to gender identity. Choosing one will conclude the conversation. Oh, that's so cool. Examine options related to tattoos. Choosing one will conclude the conversation. I'm trying to live up to that. I look good. Enough reflection. Well, she's talking to herself. She's going to say, I'm trying to live up to that.
I don't know if I see a hero's face, but it's a face that's seen a lot. Got a few new scars. Some that show up in a mirror, some that don't. But Varric believed in me then, and he believes in me now. I can do this.
That is such a nice touch. So, place Nevarran urn. Yes, we will.
Baron van Markham. You wanted the undead to rule Navarra, but you forgot about the Mourn Watch. Then after I put you down, the Mourn Watch sent me away with Varric to stop the noble families from complaining.
I was impulsive. I made the right call. I suppose it was fair. He is certain of herself. I made the right call in this situation.
The Mourn Watch is supposed to protect the world from dangers outside the realms of the living. That's what I did. Even if it wasn't politically convenient.
I agree with that. Okay, here. Place chest set.
A peddler gave me this after I saved his caravan from bandits. He told me nobles think of ruling like a game of chess, that each move determined what mark humanity will leave on the world.
You love traveling, so do I. The gods won't care. That's a lot of work. We're too focused on war. Gods won't care.
If we don't stop fighting each other and focus on the real problems, it'll be the gods leaving their mark, not us.
I mean, it's true. That's one thing that I've always noted about the political stuff, the political drama in the previous games, which, to be fair, I completely appreciated. Loved it. I loved it. I loved it, the kind of intrigue. But at the same time, there were bigger forces at work there, and it's just kind of odd to me that we were in Orlais trying to figure out the situation with the monarchy, for example, or, you know, dealing with who's going to rule Ferelden, etc., all those little things. Well, little things in the greater scheme of the bigger things. I thought it was interesting, but realistic, because in a realistic world, there could be a world-changing event, but people will still bicker about who has to run everywhere, everything. Okay, that's interesting. I like that. Anything else? Oh, wow. Place combat manual.
A meditation upon the use of blades. Must have read this thing cover to cover a dozen times during weapons training.
It was hard but worthwhile. Those were the days. I wasn't a model student. For all the good it did. It was hard but worthwhile.
Oh, the number of times I banged my head against this book trying to make the concepts work. But that training has kept me alive so far. Right. That's better. Now, how do I connect to Solas? Just sleep or
Well, let's read this book.
relaxing.
Collect that, rather.
Maybe if I clear my mind.
On Life on the Lighthouse, new codex entry. On Life in the Lighthouse, the ancient logbook is filled with meticulous Veilfire ruins. Though it is encoded, flicking through it offers vignettes of borrowed memory. Fearful refugees are ushered to the lighthouse through alluvions, emerging from the infirmary and libraries as soldiers, spies, and scholars. Gardeners plant long extinct herbs that grow, are harvested, and wither in the blink of an eye. The sharp smell of distilling medicine wafts from a window, and poison for the enemy drips into a vial. The arguments of war council go on late into the night. Forbidden songs are sung freely, with filthy lyrics substituted for the Evanurus' names. Finally, a heated conversation silhouetted against glass, with quick shadows darting behind it. The argument ends with a wordless but unmistakable impression. You summon them. You feed them. Inspect? Oh. What happened? Let's go back there quickly. Oh, it just inspects the picture. Nice. Oh, we got a new codex for the lyrium dagger too. Okay. Harding's notes, lyrium dagger. They had no idea it was a dagger when they found it in the primeval Tig. It looked like an idol with figures carved from red lyrium. Didn't want to stare at it too long, Varric once said. He had no idea it was a dagger when they found it in the primeval Tig. It looked like an idol with figures carved from red lyrium. Didn't want to stare at it too long, Varric said. Okay, we're talking about the red lyrium idol that we found in Dragon Age 2. Felt like it was staring back. His brother Bartrand kept the idol for himself and probably stared at it much too long. When he felt his sanity slipping, Bartrand sold the idol to Knight Commander Meredith of Kirkwall, who forged the idol into a blade. It didn't end well for her. The idol remained lodged in Meredith's petrified remains until it was removed some years ago, presumably by Solas, and restored to its original form. That's when we learned about the idol's connection to the elven gods. Solas used the lyrium dagger to create the veil, and he's going to use it to bring the veil down. Oh, so he took the idol that was lodged in Meredith's petrified body. Interesting. Oh, this is new? The elven people from Strife's journal, Ruins Reach. Veil-jumper recruits always ask me the same question. What's in Ruins Reach? I tell them depends on the day of the week. It's always changing. One week, the trees turn blue. The next, you'll hear voices speaking to you from thin air. The truth is we don't know what it is. We only know that a stretch of forest where you could have a pleasant picnic is now an ever-shifting hall of mirrors and chaos. It's like reality is trying to figure out what it wants to be, what shape it wants to take, and it keeps changing its mind. I've explored Arlathan Forest for much of my life. I've never felt so confused. The forest I once knew is becoming something else. Keep going back here. The dwarven people. This is new. An unsent letter from Harding to her mother. My dearest Ma, I'm writing to you from Minrathous in Tevinter. I'm in Tevinter. Isn't that amazing? Yes, there are power-hungry mages and slavers and cultists, but the city is so much more than that. You should see the magical lights. I mentioned this before, but I don't really work for the Inquisition the way I used to. It's complicated. I do miss it. I miss Skyhold and my friends there. But Charter still keeps in contact, and I'm working with Varric doing something really important. I wish I could tell you more. Soon, though. We're very close to finding the person we've been tracking. Once that's over, I'll come home and you'll get to hear the whole story. Maybe I'll even be in time for the sheep shearing. Lots of love, Lace. Oh my god. Interesting. All right. All right, let's meditate. Are you ready? Let's go.
Back so soon. It must have been worse than I had thought.
Hello, Dreadwolf.
Ah, but perhaps I am mistaken. You may be here to correct me, to tell me that my concerns were unfounded. Perhaps nothing escaped as you stopped me from... what was it? Covering the world with demons?
Why doesn't anybody just speak plain? Solas, remember that you accused him of wanting to destroy the world. Perhaps nothing escaped as you stopped me from what... Okay, so that's what he said. You know it did. Seriously, rubbing it in. Stop. I need information. This is how she's going to treat him.
I'm not here to debate whether what you said was accurate.
But to be clear, it was accurate.
I need to know what the gods are planning.
You are asking for knowledge no mortal in this world is privy to. If I am to share it with you, I need to know what makes you the right person to lead the fight against Algernon and Gillenane.
I'm not in charge. I punch up. You should know. I punch up. You should know. No, she's gonna say nothing, but I'm here.
Someone has to do something. I may not be the right person for this job, but I'm the only one left.
So your call to action is that any attempt is better than none?
In the Mourn Watch, I had to deal with undead nobles threatening all of Navarra with civil war. Our squad was overwhelmed, and we were supposed to retreat.
But you attacked instead, defeated the nobles, and prevented a war.
How do you know that?
You helped Varric pursue me for the better part of a year. It would have been foolish not to learn about who was hunting me.
Then you know that if someone has to make a call, I'll do it.
I suppose I was not so different when I started.
Started what?
My rebellion against the Evanuris. The elven gods, as you call them. They wish to reclaim their dominion over this world. To accomplish that, they will need two things. First, the Blight. What exists in this world is a bare fragment of its power. The rest is imprisoned, until they release it.
Yeah, we kind of got a hint at the blighted, the Darkspawn, trying to reach for the old gods. More. Always more. Why blight the world?
I don't understand. Elganon and Gillenane were elves like you, right? Why would they want to blight the world?
It is my fault. As the Dread Wolf, I was a thorn in their side. When my efforts weakened their grasp on the elven people, they grew frustrated, then desperate.
And turned to the blight.
Once the corruption took hold of them, they were blind to its horror. It was just another source of power for them. Now they would blight the world without hesitation and call us backward and foolish for opposing them.
Can we uncorrupt them? Like, is the blight motivating them? Or is it them that's motivating them and using the blight? How do we stop them? Can we stop them? Simple as that.
Then we shut down whatever they need to do to free the blight.
They will need to pierce the veil to reach the Blight's prison. My Lyrium dagger is one of the few artifacts capable of doing so.
Well, guess what, buddy?
We recovered it from the ritual site.
Excellent. Then they will have to make their own. That will give you time.
You said the gods needed two things, and the blight is the first? What's the second?
Followers. They have called themselves gods. And what is a god without worshippers to sing their praises?
You think they want the elves back? I don't think the elven people will bend a knee to blighted, murderous monsters.
Agreed. Elganon and Gillenane care little for the elves. They will find worshippers among those hungry for power. Tyrants and bullies. The cruel and the corrupt, who fear their own vulnerability and
Like the
seize any
Venatori.
chance to feel strong. If you hunt them, they will lead you to Elganon and Gillenane.
She's gonna say, that's not enough.
I came here for specifics, not fortune-telling.
I would tell you more were I not currently imprisoned thanks to your actions.
Fine. I'll go kick the trees and see what falls out.
The Veravas, the lighthouse Soluvian, can take you anywhere, if you master its secrets. Have you done so?
Have we?
Not yet, but we've got one of the Veil Jumpers working on it. She'll get it sorted, and we'll see how it goes.
Yes, I suppose we will. And when you speak with Varric, please tell him that I regret what happened.
And that's our Solas. Okay, that's interesting. You have acquired new appearances for your equipment. Appearances can be modified from the wardrobe in your room. Nice. Good to know. Yeah, I get it. There's still a lot of exposition that needs to be told. So kind of have to understand Solas's character and perspective and learn more about him. But it's there's a little bit of warmth there coming out. He is smug and full of himself, but he's caring the right word for him? Cared. Wardrobe. What do we get that's new? Mortal scrubs, time test, Mourn plates. I don't see anything new. Alara. Harding. I don't see anything new. Enter decoration mode, okay. Change decor. Maybe I want to put the combat manual here. Oh, interesting. Well, I don't have a lot of stuff yet, so... Okay. Okay, good to know. Okay, maybe I want to put the combat manual here. Oh, Navaran urn. I'm gonna put the Navaran urn there. Just because. And... put the chess piece. No, I can't put the chess piece there. Interesting. Very good. Interesting. Okay. Exit decoration mode. I like it. So I didn't see anything new in that particular wardrobe. Is there... Do I have to go to a different wardrobe to find it all? I don't know. Let's go see Varric. How are you doing, buddy?
So Solas told the truth about the gods.
You heard? It's bad, Varric. If you'd seen Demeter's crossing.
The team needs to act fast. And it can't do that with me leading from a bed. You've got to take point on this.
I don't want your job. I can't replace you. That's what you want. I can't replace you, she would say.
I can't do what you do. I've barely been holding it together in the short time you've been out.
Yeah, barely.
You don't need
True.
to do what I do. You just need to get it done. Rook, when I put this team together, what did I look for? A detective to find the Dreadwolf, and a scout to get us the lay of the land. Exactly the people he'd expect me to recruit. Disciplined, predictable. And then there's you. Remember when we first met, kid? You stopped an entire undead rebellion with less than a dozen Mourn Watchers.
Just needed a bolder approach than Watchers usually take.
And no one else knew it. Only you figured it out. ticked off a bunch of snooty Navarans, but you've got a knack, kid.
For what?
Finding a way through the wildest shit I've ever seen. With a plan that no one expects. On the best day of his life, Solas wouldn't see you coming, Rook. And don't worry. I'll still be here to talk if you need me.
Be better. More. Where do we start? Let's start with Harding. About Harding being hurt.
There is something. When I took over at the ritual site, I had to make a call on who came with me to knock over that statue. It was the first decision I made leading this team, and Harding got hurt because of it.
You made a decision with the best information you had. Sometimes you do that, and people end up hurt. Or worse.
What would you have done?
What would I have done? Probably gotten myself killed and failed to stop the ritual if you hadn't stepped in. A good leader isn't someone who never makes mistakes. It's someone who admits when they make one. That's how you earn their trust.
Well, about Demeter's Crossing.
Demeter's Crossing was awful. While we were there, we found one survivor, the mayor.
You took him back to the Veil Jumpers.
Not everyone was happy about my decision. We're just starting out and I'm already losing their trust.
The key to earning the team's trust isn't to only make decisions everyone agrees with. It's showing the team that they can tell you whatever's on their mind, even if they think you're full of crap. And know you'll listen.
It's true. And about Solas and the ritual.
Did Nev tell you about me talking to Solas and the Fade?
I had some good arguments with Chuckles back in the day. I can't imagine being stuck with him in my head. But how are you feeling about it?
He's an asshole. I'm worried.
He's the god of lies and he's inside my head, Varric. How do you think I feel about that?
Fair enough. But Nev's a great mage. If you need her to whip up a ward to keep him out of your mind, she can. But you haven't asked her to. Why not?
Because
Solas is our best source of information about these elven gods.
Exactly.
We can't stop them without what he knows.
So you're making the decision to keep talking with him.
Yeah.
You're making a choice. Stay careful, stay worried, but don't beat yourself up about doing what you have to do.
He also asked me to tell you that he regrets what happened. Hurting you, I mean.
Chuckles is sentimental. He could burn the world down, and the thing that would make him cry is a single flower with blackened petals.
talk to you later.
I'll let you get some rest.
You're gonna be fine, Rook. Hey, one last thing before you go. I've been racking my brain thinking of contacts who might help us with these gods.
You got any ideas?
Nothing. But being a leader isn't about having all the answers yourself. It's about knowing who does. Nev has connections to a whole world that Harding and I barely know. Might be worth talking to her.
Shadow
Will
dragons.
do. Thanks, Varric.
Anytime.
God, I love Varric. I'm so glad he's here with us. Still saying, nothing better happened to you. Have to write a book.
You can stop fussing over me. Go see what the others are up to.
Oh, look at that. Supply boxes. Okay. Oh my god, I had a sneeze stuck in my nose. Alright, so we've already done the mirror thing. Cool, cool, cool. Well, I'm glad Varric is up. What to do next? We're gonna talk to Nev, I'm sorry. No need to rush, we're taking our time. Okay, we don't need to do that right now. I mean, I do like the braids though. I like the way that you have secondary action on her hair.
Hey, Nev. Hi, Wisps.
Yeah, they're still here. But you're here for leads. You want allies to go after the gods? I've got places to look, if we can get anywhere but Arlathan.
Balara's working on it. What have you got?
Let's start with the angles we know. The gods are corrupt magic personified. Who do we hire to fight that? First, the Antivan Crows.
You want to fight gods with assassins?
Not just any assassin, their most feared mage killer, the Demon of Virantium.
Huh. Demon of Virantium. Mage killer isn't a problem?
Working with a feared mage killer doesn't bother you?
If he doesn't have a contract out on me, it's not a problem.
Well, is a reputation earned?
It's a fancy name. Can you back it up?
That's the question. The demon got his nickname taking out blood mages and Venatori. From everything I've learned, the reputation was earned. I never uncovered his real name, and there's been fewer stories the last few years, but the Crows would know. I can set a meeting with their bosses.
Do that.
As soon as possible.
I hadn't planned to dawdle.
You said the Crows were first. What's next?
A trip home.
Back to Minrathous.
Capital city and heart of Tevinter. An empire of mages that knows a thing or two about corrupt magic.
Tevinter authority.
Won't help and can't be trusted, which is why we talk to the Shadow Dragons. They're a resistance group that fights slavers, blood magic, and imperial corruption. They've got eyes and ears everywhere, including mine. If the gods enter the Empire, we might get something. Besides, I owe them an update.
More? Are they mages?
Are they all mages?
Tevinter might prize its mages, but the Shadows accept anyone. We've all got a stake in the cause.
And can we trust them?
You sure we can trust these Shadow Dragons?
You've got a better shot with them than most in the city.
So, we talk to the Crows in Antiva and the Shadow Dragons in Minrathous.
I wouldn't mind checking in on my neighborhood either. If Balara's ready for us.
Yeah. Should check how things are going.
Okay. Is it weird that I'm thinking of all the options for different playthroughs as I go through this? I heard in the promotions that they had recorded like, what, 50,000 lines or something like that? Alright. Meet Balara at the Alluvion. Okay. Let's go. Balara, dear.
Almost there. I just have to. Shit! Sorry.
Can I help?
No, I've got it. Mostly. Mirrors are funny things, aren't they? Reflections. They distort reality, no matter what you try. And there's the trick. Control that distortion. There you have it.
What is that place?
At the crossroads?
If I had to guess, it's the Fade. Another part of it, I mean.
Didn't Morrigan say this Alluvion could go anywhere? Didn't think that meant elsewhere in the Fade.
She called it the Vir of Us, freedom of ways. I wonder...
Wonder what?
If you have an idea what that place is, Balara, share it. We don't have time to waste.
Some of the older texts talk about a place in the Fade where all the Alluvians meet. A crossroads where you could travel across all of Thedas in just minutes.
Right. We saw something similar when we were chasing Solas. I wonder if it's the same.
It is alike, and it is not.
Watch yourself.
I've had enough surprises today, Spirit. Tread carefully.
The wolf's fang. You carry it now. Old paths.
Somehow I don't trust this thing.
Through there. I will wait.
Okay.
Can't tell if that's a trap or not.
I bet it's a
But
trap.
We're short on options. One way to find out.
And it didn't feel dangerous, you know? Almost more sad.
I don't trust it. The player doesn't trust it either.
Or whoever else they are, they're a creature of the Fade. That means they're dangerous. Keep your weapons ready.
And we still don't know what this Alluvian's gonna do. One of us should probably stay behind in case it closes.
Good point.
Just tell us when you're ready to go, Rook, and then we can figure out what's going on.
Awakening. Find a way to into the crossroads. Find a way to Javiso or Dogtown. Investigate the crossroads. Okay. So I may take a break right here. And in our next episode, we will head into the crossroads and see what there is in store. If you've been watching this, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And see you soon. Bye.